Hi folks, today we're making one of my favorites, sticky buns. That's what it looks like when it's done. First thing you do, get your yeast, 1 pack of yeast, add a 1/4 cup of warm water to it, and just a teaspoon of sugar. Get that all mixed together, and then you're going to need to let that sit for about 10 minutes while you prepare some of the other ingredients. From there, you're going to add your salt. You're going to put in, I think next is got a 3/4 cup of milk. You'll get your sugar in there. And then I believe you're going to have your butter, 4 tablespoons of butter. Make sure it's at room temperature. Let it sit out for a while. And then 3 egg yolks, just the yolks. So you got to separate the yolks from the whites, and just put in the yolks into this. You notice I'm using the bowl from the mixer here because we're going to mix it up shortly. Then you're going to put in 3 cups of flour. And then that's pretty much everything you need to get the dough going, aside from a bit of extra flour that you'll see I put it in a minute. Start it on a nice low speed, just getting all that stuff mixed together really well. Once you got it partially mixed together, you can transfer over to using the dough hook. You can see the different attachment I've put on there. And here you let it go around, and you gradually add in the 4th cup of flour, just a few tablespoons at a time, or a couple tablespoons at a time, until you can see it start separating from the walls. You can see it starting to come off the walls there. Then you can ramp up the speed of the mixer to more like medium speed to really get it mixing together. I should also say, I'm putting the full details of the recipe in the comments in case you're missing any of the amounts or anything. And so you can see it's still going, mixing. And eventually you're going to, when it starts to form a ball, you're going to take it out, put it in a bowl like this, and then you can start working on some of the other things. Here, I'm putting together, that's brown sugar and cinnamon. You mix it all together. The dough that I showed you before is going to sit for about 1 hour to rise, preferably in a warm spot, but not necessarily. And this is going to be the filling of the sticky buns. You get all that ready. Now that this is after the dough has risen, I'm going to roll it out, and it's going to be about 12 inches by 18 inches roughly, and best if you can get it to be a nice rectangle, but it's, you don't have to be too fussy about it. Once you get that rolled out, you're going to get the melted butter, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, brush it onto the dough just like I'm doing there. Then you put your mixture of cinnamon and brown sugar right on there, cover it right up, and then you can get it all rolled up. You see, I just start at one end, roll it up. I put flour on the counter so it doesn't stick. That's important. Here's you'll see in the recipe, this is the stuff that goes on the bottom when you put it in the oven. So this is just a mixture. You'll see all the ingredients. It's butter, brown sugar, a bit of honey, a bit of maple syrup. You put that in the pan, and then you slice these up. It said in this recipe to make about 15. I think I only made about 12 in the end. They might have been a bit too thick. And then set them into the pan. I should also say we excluded the walnuts from this recipe. My kids don't like them. Then it's got to sit again for a while. Then it goes in the oven, and that's how it looks. That's how it looks when you take it out and flip it over.